Hello and welcome to another indie horror game. This time we're going to be playing Hospital Caparella, which is a first game made by an individual and their friend. Very short game, and apparently also doesn't really have an ending, but I wanted to check it out because it kind of looked like it had some care made into it. Does look like it's rife with jump scares, which, my opinion, not exactly the best thing in the world, but okay. Also, what is that exterior? That's literally just a flat plane. Okay, hey developer, this is made in Unity. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Right now, you can go into Unity and they actually have like a free skybox texture that you can put, and it will play on the outside and you can just have it be dark. You can just have a nice dark, like a nice plain skybox texture that you just can have. I'm pretty sure Unity either comes with a night and day one, or you can literally just Google free night skybox texture and find about 50,000. I would recommend doing that as opposed to whatever you just did there. Okay, so let's see. Models, objects declared in Odo, some SQL tables, views are XD. Okay, I don't know how this is relevant, but alright. Sure. Okay. And what are you? You are a key. Oh. Oh, wait, really? This is the... Oh, okay, I was gonna say. The developer's notes on their page, and like, I will admit, they were straightforward with it. They were honest with it. They said that the game doesn't work and that the key doesn't work, so if there's nothing else to do, it's time to quit the game, but... Okay, I don't want to click on you. I actually want to head back this way. Looked like there was something... What in the fudge? What are you? Okay, you have like a gun. You're like some weird... horrific monstrosity. Okay, I kind of want to know what this model is. Is this just like Siamese cyborg? Is that what it's called? I don't actually know. I've never seen that before. I think I may have inadvertently just glitched that. Yeah, okay. Well, I think that might be the end of Hospital Caparella. Yeah, and you're still there. Because there's probably nothing else to do, right? Okay. Well, here, let's go double check some stuff. Yeah, there's not... I want to make sure there's no, like... Yeah, no particularly locked doors or whatever, and... You know, there is still... There is this area here, but I don't think you can really do a whole lot with it here, can you? Yeah, I can't seem to... I don't have a jump either, which is interesting. Okay. But alright, so there we go. So that was Hospital Caparella. Okay, developer, you have a competently made game. Here's what I think you should focus on, though. First off, you were honest about it, which is good, but please don't release games that are unfinished. It's one thing if you release, like, a chapter 1 of a planned series of games. It's quite another if you release if you just release something like this. I mean, because what you have here is you have proof that you can make a game, which is good. You know, you have some issues here, Z fighting and everything else, but whatever. These are all just little things. You know, that there just looks like you need to extend whatever plane or box you're using for the floor, and just make them not overlap. Yeah, I mean, there's just... It's tiny, tiny little things there, so you can clearly make a game, but yeah, I'd prefer developers kind of didn't release games that are like this, because they just kind of... Like, this is the type of stuff that I would maybe try to assemble when I played with Unity, and I just would never make it. Now that I would never make it, I would never, ever release these. Because they're there as a learning experience, not really... Yeah, they're there to learn. They're not there for other people to see. As well, just use normal skyboxes, or just have stuff be dark. Or like, yeah, you could have like a bright area that just like all lit up. Have like a really aggressive bloom if you want it to be during daytime. Things like that. As well, I mean, I don't necessarily think... I personally dislike jump scares, but, you know, they're fine. I do think that you probably should... I think you need to earn them, and I don't think you quite did. I mean, okay, all that being said, this is a first-time indie developer. This game is perfectly competent. It's pretty simple. And there's not really a lot to hate about it. Yeah, I mean, it's just... It is what it is. And there's not really anything else that I want to say. So, good work, developer. Keep on making games. You definitely have the chops to assemble an interesting environment, if nothing else. And to make a game that, you know, maybe controls a little clunky, but... you could do a lot worse here. And I want to see what they can do next. I want to see what they can go ahead and get assembled with some extra time. So, that was Hospital Caparella. Let's go on to the next game. Alright, next up on our list is going to be a game called Remember, which is a really interesting little premise in which we basically have to evade a creature and we have to try to remember a code when we try to escape. Kind of cool little idea, and I, you know, given that the last game was pretty short, I wanted to try this new format of having these little multiple game series. We'll have to go ahead and see how that goes. So, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's just dive right in. Okay, so... pick up objects with left click, adjust mouse speed with scroll wheel, throw the crate into the void. Okay. 945. Alright, hey buddy, how you doing? Okay, there we go. Yeah, so there we go. That's actually the entire premise. Okay, so 633. Yeah, I'd actually seen like a couple of seconds worth of gameplay of this, and it is a really interesting idea. Yeah, you have to basically just kind of keep on delaying the creature, which is really kind of awesome. Okay, 633, right? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, it's an interesting concept. I didn't expect it to be that short, though. Hold on, let's go... okay, I can't pick you up, but... yeah, okay. Oh, there we go. So I think that was Remember. And alright, and then I think I think it just kicks us right back, right? And I kind of want to actually go see something. What happens when you... what happens if you choose the wrong one? Yeah, what happens if you choose the wrong number? So there's 853. What the fudge? Okay. Yeah, go away, shoo. I just want to see what happens here. But no, I actually do like this concept. Okay. Yeah, I do really like this conceptually, though. I want to see, yeah, it's like, it's kind of an interesting take on the idea of attacking a monster to stop it. But instead of using, like, guns and stuff, you pretty much just have to... you probably just have to whip stuff at it, and you you have to, like, actually pay attention to the monster's location. Okay, so 961. Try to remember. And then the monster just comes back, and you actually can't attack it. Alright. So 742. But no, this is actually kind of awesome. Yeah, there's a really cool core gameplay loop that you could definitely see expanded into something else in here. I just realized I don't actually remember what the number was. I think it was 742? 742? Yeah, and there we are, again. No, this one was actually really cool. It was short, it was sweet, it was to the point. It did a lot right. Yeah, for this one here, this is more just like... I think I've talked about this in the past, that I have a lot of little core gameplay loop or like conceptual ideas for games that I'd really like to personally create at some point, and this is a good example of what I would want to create. Just take these ideas for either an enemy or a core gameplay loop, just make a really basic environment and just test it. I think there's actually a good idea here that I'd like to see other developers use too. I'd like to see other developers go ahead and do this where you have to flee from the creature and you have to like throw stuff to stop it. And you have to sort of use the in-game physics to do it. As opposed to, you know, something like Amnesia where it's kind of incidental, or games that just give you tools or weapons or specific events that you have to use. You know, you have to get to a certain point, then it's like, oh no, pick up the box, then you throw the box and it just happens to work, as opposed to this where it feels more organic. So yeah, nice work developers. Let's see, Mike, Klubnica, something that has way too many consonants and letters, Mixamo and Jess Kawaii, or I don't know how you pronounce that because I'm not a weeb. Yeah, good work to all of you guys. This was a neat little game. I think it was pretty solid, and yeah, I hope you guys make something else. I hope you guys kind of take this idea and expand it a little bit. This was pretty good, so well done. So the question for you guys, actually I wanted to quick ask before I do my little wrap-up spiel. How did you guys like having this little 2-game format? I've really wanted to avoid doing it for a while. The problem is that so many of the indie games that I've seen on itch that I can get are just short. They're like 3 to 4 minutes long. You know, if there's an indie game that's like 10 or 20 minutes, I don't really mind putting that out on its own because I think it's worthwhile. I really don't want to do a game that's 3 to 1 minute. I mean, how long did it actually take to do one run of this? 1:30 at most. I just don't want to do that. And yeah, like that. And that's the problem. A lot of these itch games are super short. They're under 5 minutes, and that's just too short for a video. So do you guys like having these 2 video format things, or do you want me to stay away from them? If you guys prefer that I stay away from them, it's not really a big deal. It just means that we'll probably end up getting some more series coming out instead. Just depending, or I'll have to search wider to try to find some decent indie horror games. But if you guys do like these, then maybe I'll try to fix them into the rotation, because I actually checked. I have quite literally about 800 tabs open, over 2/3 of which are indie games that I wanted to try at some point, but a lot of them were too short and I was trying to figure out what to do. So if you guys have any input on that, do me a favor, let me know in a comment, or hop in the Discord too. We do have a Discord, link is down in the description. Let me know how you guys feel about having these either like multi-indie horror game things, because I know they're a really common thing and I don't like following the trends, but yeah, they probably wouldn't become the normal, but we'll just have to go ahead and see. So yeah, any comments you guys have, either leave a comment down below or hop in the Discord, and feel free to leave some feedback. And if there's games that you think you do want to see played, feel free to leave a comment or hop in there as well and let me know. So if you guys enjoyed the videos, if you wouldn't mind, please leave a like or leave a comment. How did you feel about Hotel Caparella and Remember? Either one of them feel like anything special to you guys? You know, how did you guys feel about Hotel Caparella as a first game for an indie developer? And how did you guys feel about Remember as sort of a core gameplay loop? What would you want to see in this one in particular with Remember, as if they wanted to expand it into a full game? Now, do you think that that could work as a mechanic to try to escape from a monster? And how did you guys just sort of feel about both of these overall? I'm curious. And if you're new to the channel, if you enjoyed the video, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I would really appreciate it. And for everybody else, thank you very much for watching Hotel Caparella and Remember. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you in another video very soon.